What is going on, everybody? It is Ethan Shapiro, the climate change realtor with Coldwell Banker, here for episode 6 in my principles series. So without any further ado, let's get started here. So we left off at point 1.10. Look at the machine from the higher level. So it's just in general, look at the machine, which is the system of the way the universe works in Ray Dalio's mind. Look at it from a higher level. So let's go to letter E. Successful people are those who go above themselves to see things objectively and manage those things to shape change. Successful people are those who go above themselves to see things objectively and manage those things to shape change. We go above ourselves. We go above our own personal lens to see things objectively and manage those things to shape change. So, for example, I might not be a fan of the current economic system, but I understand the way it works and I can see my place in it objectively and make change. Perhaps that's one way to look at it. I think generally I would definitely approve of that. In order to be successful, you have to go above yourself and try to see things objectively, which we discussed in the last episode can be very hard. So I don't know about that. And manage those things. So see things when you're looking at things objectively, the way things work, whatever that means, and try to shape change through the way the system already works. I'm going to move on because I think letter E is pretty solid. I think there's pretty much good advice all around. Okay. Asking others who are strong in areas where you are weak to help you is a great skill you should develop no matter what, as it will help you develop guardrails that will prevent you from doing what you shouldn't be doing. Asking others who are strong in areas where you're weak is a great skill. Yes, absolutely. If you are not good at self-evaluation, you always are only thinking of the positive sides of yourself, you're not good at looking yourself critically and asking someone for help, that's great. That's a great piece of advice. You develop guardrails that will prevent you from doing what you shouldn't be doing. Now, I don't know if there's an objective thing you shouldn't be doing, but asking others who are strong in areas where you're weak, they're going to provide insight. They are better than you at that area for a reason. So I think that's really good advice as well. Because help you develop guardrails. So because you have this tendency to perform poorly at a specific action, finding someone who's very talented at what you're bad at is just very good. So let's turn on the light. I forgot to turn on the light. There I am. Okay, moving on. So this will be the studio lighting from now on. I just got the studio lighting. So all right. So that is letter F. That's pretty good. All right. So letter G. Because it's difficult to see oneself objectively, you need to rely on the input of others and the whole body of evidence. All right. Now, Ray has had so much more success than I have. He's lived many more decades than me, but I don't know if this is the case. It's definitely very difficult to see oneself objectively. There's no argument there. Now he's saying you need to rely on the input of others and the whole body of evidence. I think, yes, you should rely on the whole body of evidence. You should never just blindly. Honestly, I wouldn't say never. It's hard to make these objective statements. I say sometimes you might not want to rely on the whole body of evidence because there might be too much overwhelming information that's just going to get you confused. So let's say you're really excited to go do something. You're going to go, I don't know, you're going to go start your business. You're going to go door knocking, whatever. And then you get this piece of evidence that your name tag is chipped or something. And you need to rely on the whole body of evidence. There's this culture where we need to be perfect. We can't make any mistakes or else people are going to laugh us off and blah, 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 blah. So I think relying on the whole body of evidence is very beneficial in the long run, but you can shoot yourself in the foot by being too detail oriented and just thinking about every single little detail can trip you up. So I don't know about this. It's definitely difficult to see oneself objectively. The whole body of evidence is important, and you want to rely on the input of others because you can't see yourself objectively. So remember that situation where I said, what would the third party think of me and the French fries, right? They'd think I'm a dick. But at the end of the day, I really think the only person you can truly count on every single day is yourself. So I'm hesitant to. I disagree with G. I wouldn't 100% lean on the input of others, and the whole body of evidence sounds good, but I wouldn't lean 100% into it at all times, just because I think you can be misguided and you can get confused. So when it comes to being successful, I think action can be almost as important as knowing what to do, because like you're not going to know what to do until you do it. So I don't know about G. All right. If you are open-minded enough and determined, you can get virtually anything you want. Hell yeah, man. If you're open-minded and determined, you will accomplish everything you want in your life. Key, open-mindedness, 100%. You want to be willing to change. You want to get new information. You want, again, we want to look at the whole body of evidence and, the whole body of evidence. But determination is everything. I made a video last week about determination. I had to meet 39 people. I met 38. But I was close. I knocked on every single door in the community. Cut me a break. Like, come on. I'll get the extra person this week. I'm going to go out here in a few minutes and go do some door knocking. But yeah, H is probably one of the most valuable ones. If you're open-minded enough, he said, he didn't even say like fully open-minded enough and determined, you can get whatever you want. That's it. If you are determined to get it, you'll get it. No, hands down, no questions asked. That's it. So I have some numbers underneath here. So I have some notes and stuff. Let's see what I wrote. Don't confuse what you wish were the truth with what is really true. I wonder what these are. Let's just read them. Don't confuse what you wish were the truth with what's really true. Sounds like good advice to me. Don't worry about looking good. Worry about achieving your goals. I think that's pretty good. Sounds good to me. Don't overweight first order consequences relative to second and third order. Okay. Don't let pain stand in the way of progress. Sounds good. Don't blame bad outcomes on anyone but yourself. Solid. And then here's just some bullet points I wrote before we get on to, looks like, part 2. So this is like the summary of chapter 1, it looks like. Face harsh realities. Worry about achieving the goal. Make your decisions based on first, second, and third order consequences. Understand how to manage pain to provide progress. Hold yourself and others accountable. All right, so this is a little easier episode this week. Just kind of finished up part 10. We'll get into, this is only number 1. We'll get into number 2 next week, because remember, it's 1.1, then it's A, B, C. Those were some finalized points at the end. But honestly, I can't highlight when it comes to success. Determination is everything. It's a quote from Trump, like him or not. Before he was president, he said, "The sheer persistence is the difference between success and failure." That's a quote by Trump. Sheer persistence, determination. If you literally never give up until the day you die trying to achieve what you want, you will achieve it, because there's a never. That's talk about an absolute statement. Never give up. People say that. I mean, like, you're on the soccer field, it's raining, you're tired, and then you remember what the coach said, never give up. But like this is real life, people. If you set a goal and you say, no matter what happens, I can lose all my limbs and go blind and deaf, but no matter what happens, I will not stop until I achieve my goal. I guarantee you will be a success. If you are true to yourself, you'll be a success. All right, this is a little bit of a weirder episode. Let me read. It was 1.10. Look at the machine from the higher level. So, yeah, you want to try to be as objective as possible. Again, it's very, very difficult to do that, but as much as you can, and learn. You have to be determined to learn. You have to realize that every single day you are better than the day you were before. Every single day you want to strive to be a better person the next day, and that's what's going to lead to success. Determination, understanding, open-mindedness, and then Ray's going to get into a lot more about working with others coming up. I think there's a lot of that in work principles rather than life principles. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Should be probably a more interesting episode next week. But either way, thank you all for joining us, and I look forward to making another video for y'all. Take it easy.